Hello, I'm Aldwyn Altuney.
And I'm Michael Thompson.
And welcome to
another episode of
Movie Review TV. Movie Review TV.
We see films as they are, rate them out of 5 stars.
Movie Review TV. Movie Review TV. Yeah, well done, Michael. Excellent original song there. Soundtrack to movie review.
Wait for the movie review before the applause.
Great job there. Great job. And hello and welcome to Movie Review TV. And today, what is the movie we're going to be reviewing today, Michael?
You tell us.
Okay, I'll tell you. Oh, okay, all right then.
I'll
tell you then. Okay, it is called I, Tonya, and it is a 2017 American biographical film directed by Craig Gillespie and Stephen Rogers. And it follows the life of figure skater Tonya Harding and her connection to the 1994 attack on her rival, Nancy Kerrigan. It features interviews with the characters in mockumentary style set in the modern day, as well as fourth wall breaking. Margot Robbie, a Gold Coast bred superstar now, she also produced this film, which also stars Harding. Sebastian Stan plays Harding's husband, Jeff Gillooly, and Allison Janney plays Harding's mother, LaVona Golden. Julianne Nicholson is in it, Caitlin Carver, Walter Hauser, and Bobby Cannavale. I, Tonya had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 8, 2017, and it was theatrically released in the United States on December 8, 2017. It grossed $46 million worldwide on an $11 million budget. The film received critical acclaim with major appreciation drawn towards Robbie and Janney's performances. And in fact, at the 90th Academy Awards, Janney won Best Supporting Actress, and the film earned nominations for Best Actress for Robbie and Best Editing. It earned 3 nominations at the 75th Golden Globe Awards, winning Best Supporting Actress for Janney, and at the 24th Screen Actor Guild Awards, it won Best Actress in a Supporting Role for Janney and was also nominated for Best Actress in a Leading Role for Robbie. At the 71st British Academy Film Awards, the film earned 5 nominations, winning Best Actress in a Supporting Role for Janney. Some extraordinary results there, Michael, I must say.
Yes, that's right. And all I've got to say is go Margot.
Yeah, go Margot.
Go Margot, go the Gold Coast.
Yes.
You did us proud.
Yes.
I must say so.
Interestingly, my very good friend Jeff Diamond actually performed magic at Margot Robbie's birthday party.
Oh, is that right?
Quite a few years ago, and was hired by her father to
quite a few years ago. How old was she?
She was 21, I believe. It was her 21st birthday quite a few years ago. Or maybe it was her 18th birthday. I'm not sure, but it was one of her birthdays. And and he said that the family was very lovely, and it's amazing how.
And Margot's lovely.
Lovely
and she's to look at, and lovely to see her on the big screen and doing well in America.
Yeah,
with all her leading roles, and in Britain as well, because she's been in at least one English movie that I can think of.
Yeah.
Where she played, was it Charles Dickens's wife? I'm thinking another movie.
Not sure about that. Not sure. But she has been in a lot of great movies. And, of course, she's probably known for co-starring with Leonardo DiCaprio as well in The Wolf of Wall Street. So that's probably where she really hit off in America, I would say. That was.
Yes, she had a small supporting role in that film.
Yeah, she played the sexy love interest of Leonardo DiCaprio, one of them, in that film.
In the pool scene.
Yes,
the party scene.
The party scene, yes. And, I found Margot, I was looking into some of her story, actually, and she approached neighbours here in Australia. She approached neighbours to be on Neighbours, and she always had a vision to be in America. So she put it out there. She wanted to be famous, and she wanted to be a mega star, and here she is. She's now voted one of the most 100 most influential people now in the world. Amazing story.
She's definitely the in girl. She's the it girl.
She's the it
as
girl
far
at the
as Hollywood's concerned, isn't she?
Yes, and she's still in her 20s. She's still very young and got a huge future ahead of her. And obviously, with all those award nominations, I think it won't be long before she does win a major award, an Academy Award or something soon, because she really is quite extraordinary, very talented young lady. And the fact that she produced this as well really blew me away. I didn't realize that until I saw the movie. So what did you think of the film, Michael, overall?
Yes, I absolutely loved it. And I do remember this incident very well from the 1990s. It caught the headlines all across the world, as far as what I can remember. And this film seemed to capture, the events pretty well, I think, from that time. So from what I can remember, it was very controversial, obviously. And, no one knew all the full details, did they, of what happened?
No.
I know it was very nasty. And, what Tonya Harding, did wasn't pleasant. Though she wasn't to blame altogether. She wasn't, because there was other factors, involved, obviously, like her, she had a rough growing up, didn't she, with her mother, who always wanted to, she had a lot of abuse from her mother and a boyfriend who she moved in with when she was 15, I think. So, and obviously, when she gave as much back as what she got, didn't she? So there was a lot of friction between, the boyfriend especially. And so, and that transferred over into the skating rink, didn't it? So, with her attitude towards all the judges, especially, which it isn't good to have a bad attitude towards judges, is it?
No.
In ice skating. So,
no.
But she was very talented. Just that she didn't have the right influences, basically, did she? When she was growing up. So she needed some better role models that surrounded her.
Well, it's interesting.
It would have made her life easier.
It's interesting. Her mother was very nasty, really, in many ways. She was abusive. She was a big drinker, smoker, etc. And in some ways, I think that inspired the star inspired Margot's character, Tonya Harding, inspired her to be even more ambitious, I think, to prove her mum wrong, or to sort of overcome that. It's almost like sometimes when you've had a lot of abuse, you can even work harder to sort of say stuff you to the world, and so Tonya definitely had an attitude about her. And it's interesting that the abused often seek other people to abuse them. So people who've grown up in abusive relationships often do attract abusive partners, because that's what that's all they know, and that's what they think they deserve. So that was interesting to see that part of the story too, and what happens in an abusive relationship, and what happens when you're in an elite sport, and what it takes to become a high achiever in that.
Although she did return as good as she got, didn't she?
She did.
That's her attitude that she was brought up with. And as I said, it transferred over into the sport, into ice skating. So that's what caused all the problems. And her friends, obviously, and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
That didn't really help in the end, did they? And they were equally, if not more responsible for what happened, in terms of the attack against Nancy Kerrigan. I think they were more responsible than her.
Yeah.
Although she did know about it, didn't she? But how much was she to blame, basically?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, is that who really knows what really happened? But what we got to see is what the judges thought happened. I guess by which we won't give the whole story away if you don't know the story, but it is very hard.
I'm sure
to
that
know
people do if they've been around for a while. Although Margot wasn't familiar with it, because she was born in I think in 1990, wasn't she? So it's probably out of her time. She was probably too young to remember it.
Right.
But we were old enough to remember it on the news, weren't we all?
Yes.
And it definitely had big coverage even over here in Australia.
Yes, so even though we both look about 25, it's it's extraordinary that we were actually around back then, and it was major news, and what an amazing story. It really is a great story to capture.
25, that means I could have a role with Margot. What do you think?
Yeah, you could.
Starring role with Margot in a feature film.
You could.
Maybe as a boyfriend or husband.
Well, we can dream. We can dream, and you never know. You just never know, Michael.
So you're going to be a sister. Maybe a big sister.
Possibly. Well, you're both cancers. You and Margot are both cancers.
Yes, that's right, actually. So
and so is the star.
Sort of cosmically compatible. There we go.
And so is the young star.
Written in stars.
Yeah, and the young star of the last movie we just reviewed, which was A Wrinkle in Time on Movie Review TV, the young star Storm, who played Storm. She is also a Cancer, interesting, and some other cancers.
Go the Cancerians.
Debbie Harry from
Crabs.
Blondie, and also Courtney Love from Hole are both strong Cancer. They're all strong Cancer women. So interesting, strong, beautiful Cancer women, and a very great leading sign, they say, and I would say quite a hard-working sign too. So
yes,
anyway.
as I said, Margot was great in this, wasn't she? In her portrayal of Tonya.
She really was. She
and
was
maybe the actress who played her mother, Allison, was her name Allison Janney. She was really
Janney.
terrific too. Allison Janney was. She said it was the hardest role of her career.
Very very, very well played. Hard role.
Which means that it brought out the best in her acting abilities, obviously, because it seemed very authentic. Didn't she? Very raw. So she very much nailed it.
Yeah, she did nail it. Absolutely.
As did Tonya and the fellow who played a boyfriend, which was
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan
Played the husband, Jeff Gillooly.
There's a lot of friction in their household.
Yes, there was definitely a lot of friction, a lot of drama. And, it's amazing. Margot trained quite hard too. She had to train quite hard for that role she didn't do all the moves herself. There were a few doubles in there. But she didn't do all the roles, but all the moves, because those ice skating moves were quite tricky too. That's a whole other art form or a whole other talent there that Margot took on.
Yeah, and she, Tonya did was it the triple axel? I think it was it?
Yes,
it's one of the most difficult manoeuvres in ice skating. And initially she pulled it off, didn't she?
Yeah.
I think she did. So, Tonya Harding obviously she came fourth, didn't she, in the World Championship when she was quite young. So she had a bright future to look forward to.
Yeah.
Until the incident.
Yes.
And they call it in the movie, actually. They say at one stage they say you want to know about the incident.
Yes.
And I'm sure most people know what the incident is, what they're referring to. So,
yes.
Well, maybe you mightn't tell them, what the incident was, but I'm sure that at least half of the people know out there. So, that are over 20.
Yes.
Or 25. So, but you can watch this documentary, and it shows you it's all there, doesn't it? So, and it's directed by Craig Gillespie. It was. So he did a good job, don't you think?
He did. And
display the storyline.
Yeah, the cinematography was really great. I thought some of the scenes and some of the framing was brilliant, and I thought the soundtrack was really good. The music, the suspense. I thought overall it was really well put together. Overall, I thought the cinematography, the acting, it seemed very real, and I absolutely love movies that are based on a true story, because you always learn things, and I guess what you take away is very subjective. Some people will like it, some people won't, and but overall I thought it was a really great film. So how many stars would you give it, Michael?
I'm giving it 4.
4 stars. Yeah.
What are you giving it?
Yeah, I think 4 stars. I think 4 to 4.5. 4.25. I'm going to go 4. I've never given a movie.
Oh, you're doing that again. You're going in the in-between.
Just to be a bit different. I give it 3.
So,
yeah, I thought it was really, I was very moved by this film. I thought it was really powerful. And I am in awe of Margot Robbie. I think she's extraordinary.
I'm in awe of Margot Robbie.
Yeah. I think I'm having a girl crush on Margot Robbie. I think she's awesome, and I'm very proud of her as a fellow Gold Coaster. And it's great to see her success in Hollywood. Great to see her taking on the big guns. And I would say, you know, it's a successful film too, having grossed $46 million worldwide on a figure level when it was only $11 million budget.
And a good profit, unlike A Wrinkle in Time.
That's right. A Wrinkle in Time went the other way.
A bit too ambitious in that film.
Yeah, it's interesting. It just goes to show that, you know, with a smaller budget, it's amazing what you can do with just a few great actors and a great storyline. You know, you don't need to have a massive budget to have.
No, you don't. A great story means everything. That definitely applies to this film. Yeah,
it is about the storytelling. And I think a lot of people will relate to this because there are a lot of households out there with a lot of abuse in them. And I think that will really move some people. I think it may even hit a bit of a raw nerve with people who have abuse in their families. You know, they may sort of see things from a little bit of a different perspective as to how that can impact people growing up in an abusive household. And yeah, it's just is what it is, I guess. And it's as I say, it's not what happens to you that matters. It's how you deal with what happens to you. So
that's right.
So if you have been abused, how have you dealt with it? I mean, I'd love to hear your feedback. What did you think of I, Tonya?
And all we can say is go see it. That's the whole crux of what we're saying.
Yes, go see it, absolutely.
In this review.
Yes, and I will.
So go check it out as soon as you possibly can. Especially, you've probably heard about the whole Tonya Harding incident with Nancy Kerrigan. So just to refresh your memory, it's worth a while revisiting.
Yes. So cheers to the makers.
So there we go. And we've got our special red wine here.
We do.
We're clinking and drinking.
We are. We're clinking and we're drinking.
Special red wine.
It's Friday night.
For tonight. So we can do it on a Friday night. So,
we can.
And I hope you're having fun tonight too. So because we're sitting here doing our movie reviews. We're not watching movies. It's Friday night, so we're saying our movie watching until like Sunday.
That's right.
So, you know, maybe Sunday or Monday.
At the Star Casino.
Star Casino. That's not their logo, but it is the Star Casino. They've got their own logo. So
they do. They have movies on at the casino here on the Gold Coast.
And we are the stars.
We are the stars
of movie review TV.
We are, that's right.
And you're a star, Margot.
That's right. You are a star. And if you're watching this, you are too, because we know that you're up for inspiring media. And we are about good news here too on Movie Review TV. We love to share the good news and look for the good in things. We've got Good News Day coming up on August 8th, so you can support that too on Facebook. And that's all about inspiring people to put good news out in social media and also on traditional media to help decrease depression and suicide rates, to help inspire people to live loving, peaceful lives as opposed to living a fear-based life as so many people do. So when you love your life and when you appreciate your life and appreciate those around you, we will have a peaceful world.
Yeah, be all stars.
We will all be stars, and we are stars.
Margot, I hope you're watching because you're a star.
You're definitely a star.
Definitely.
You're definitely a star. We love you, Margot.
Yes, we do.
And
we
congratulations.
Both do. Okay.
Yeah,
we do. You do, don't you? It's your girl crush.
Yeah. So congratulations. Okay. And what did you think of the movie I, Tonya? Put your comments underneath this video. Subscribe to the Aldwyn Altuney YouTube channel. Watch our other Movie Review TV episodes. And we would love to connect with you and hear your feedback. What did you think? Which bits did you like? Which bits didn't you like? What did you think overall of the whole story? Do you think the truth was portrayed? That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be interesting to for you to try and figure out for yourself. Maybe you can do your own research as well.
Yes. Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, do your own research. Absolutely.
So I feel like doing some extra research just to find out a bit of background info.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I should go and have a look into that myself.
And whether the truth was really disclosed, whether we, the thing is with movie making, it is another subjective process, and there's a whole lot of people involved in putting that movie together. So they're all bringing in their own versions of what they thought was the truth to the whole thing as well. So, it's just really up to you as to what you really thought went on, I guess. And no one will probably ever fully know the truth except for the people involved. But regardless, it's a great film. So just go
see the film. So
enjoy it regardless.
Figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't want to, look into it any further, just enjoy the film as it is, as a bit of a slice of history.
Yes, yes. And we'd love to hear also, where are you right now in the world? We've said we're on the Gold Coast here in Australia. Whereabouts are you watching this from? We'd love to see where our viewers come from. So just pop a comment in the comments box underneath this video and let us know where you're from, and if you saw I, Tonya, what you thought of it. Thanks so much for supporting us here on Movie Review TV and watching, because it is about moving you at the movies and moving you to go to the movies here at Movie Review TV, and taking some time out and enjoying your life and appreciating your life as well.
I, Tonya, and all I've got to say is I'm Michael. You, Aldwyn.
Aldwyn. And you, what's your name? Thanks again, and we'll see you again soon with more from Movie Review TV. Bye for now.
See ya.